What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back with another video, and today I got my top four. What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back with another video, and today I got my top five NBA player props for the day. And before you get into this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment on this video down below, because all those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. So I really would appreciate it. And also, guys, there is a free square tonight on Sleeper for you to take advantage of. There's a free Devin Booker square on Sleeper. So make sure to sign up for Sleeper today. Make sure to get this Devin Booker square and make sure to use code FF23 for an 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100. And the link to sign up for Sleeper today will be the second link down below in the description. But without further ado, let's get right into today's five plays. So first off, I got LeBron James over 23.5 points versus the Grizzlies, minus 109 line on Caesars. So LeBron was over this line with 38 points in his first matchup versus the Grizzlies this season. He's over this line in 3 of his last 4 matchups versus the Grizzlies, going for 30-plus in all of those matchups that he did go over in. And the Grizzlies allow the most points per game in the entire NBA to power forwards this season. We know to take our forwards versus the Grizzlies this year. They're really bad defending forwards, especially the power forward position. Obviously, that's the position that LeBron plays at this point in his career. It's a great matchup for LeBron. It's a matchup they should be able to exploit tonight and have a big game. So LeBron James over 23.5 points versus the Grizzlies, minus 109 on Caesars is my first play of the day. Next up, I got Chris Paul over 17.5 points plus assists versus the Wizards, minus 122 on Bet Rivers. So Paul is over this line in 6 of his last 9 games. The Wizards allow the 3rd most points per game in the NBA to point guards this season. They have not been very good defensively at all to point guards this season. They also allow the 7th most assists per game in the NBA to point guards this season. Overall, this is a matchup for Chris Paul, a dream matchup against a horrible defense. Chris Paul should be able to manipulate the defense. He should be able to have a big game. And, yeah, Chris Paul over 17.5 points plus assists versus the Wizards, minus 122 on Bet Rivers is my second play of the day. Next up, I got James Harden, Chris Paul's former teammate, over 21.5 points versus the Rockets. So this is a great matchup here for Harden. Take your point guards versus the Rockets. He's over this line in 6 of his 11 games, and that's on awful efficiency to start the season. He's shooting like 35% from the field, and he's still averaging 21 points a game. So imagine if he just shoots 40% from the field tonight. Harden has dominated his former team throughout his career in his matchups against Houston. And the Rockets have allowed the 4th most points per game in the NBA to point guards this season. Rockets not been very good defensively whatsoever versus point guards. You need to take your point guards versus the Rockets. I think James Harden has a big night tonight. So James Harden over 21.5 points versus the Rockets, minus 125 on DraftKings is my third play of the day. Next up, I got DeAaron Fox over 34.5 PRA versus the Suns, minus 115 on Bet365. So Fox was over this line versus the Suns last week with 40 PRA in that matchup. He's over this line in 5 of his last 6 matchups versus the Suns as well. So DeAaron Fox has been extremely dominant in his matchups versus the Suns. The Suns are below average in almost every offensive category or defensive category when it comes to defending point guards. This is another game where Fox should be able to have a big game against the Suns. They're really bad defensively versus point guards. That's going to continue tonight. So DeAaron Fox over 34.5 PRA versus the Suns, minus 115 on Bet365 is my 4th play of the day. Next up, I got Jaylen Brunson over 33.5 points plus assists versus the Bulls, minus 106 on Fanduel. So Brunson is over this line in 3 straight games versus the Bulls with 35-plus and 7-plus assists in every single game. The Bulls are in the top 15 in points per game allowed to point guards as well as allowing the most assists per game in the NBA to point guards this season. Ideal matchup for Brunson. He should have a big game. Now, if Brunson sells here, he might be on the ban list. I think we're 1 for 3 on betting on Brunson so far this season. He's been really inconsistent scoring the ball this year, but I just think this is a spot where he's going to have a big game, coming off a bad game last night as well. So Jaylen Brunson Over 33.5 points plus assists versus the Bulls is my fifth and final play. So those were my top 5 NBA player props for the day. Like I said, if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more content from me moving forward, then make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment on this video down below, because all those things really do help the channel out a ton and really do help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. And also, make sure to sign up for Sleeper today. Make sure to use code FF23 and get access to this free Devin Booker square tonight, as well as an 100% deposit match up to $100. And like I said, the link to sign up for Sleeper today will be the second link down below in the description. But yeah, guys, that's really all I got for this video. I hope you all did enjoy. And without further ado, let's make some money tonight.